HTTP is a stateless application layer protocol. Generally uses TCP port 80 and exchanges data over the World Wide Web. You can fingerprint the HTTP service and gain a whole lot of information about the target system. To accomplish this, MSF has some HTTP modules. Now, besides MSF modules enumerating the HTTP service information, they will also help you looking at backup files on the web server, listing directories, checking the validity of SSL certificates presenting on the web server. But mainly, reconnaissance-related auxiliary modules will be listed under the Auxiliary Scanner HTTP. And one more thing about the ports is that HTTP uses 80, and when it comes as HTTPS, it uses port 443. But both ports are not mandatory. Why is that, you ask? Well, administrators can easily change the port that the web application is served on, so be careful. You may see a web app serving on port 6500. That's nothing new for a pen tester. So let's jump into a practice session. So I think you probably have many HTTP services running on your targets. So let's view them using the services command. And you see there are a lot of HTTP services. And let's have a look at the port numbers. In the real world, it is the same. But here, there are only HTTP services, right? So I can also look for HTTP with SSL, like this. There, another port number comes up. And just like I did before, I will search for HTTP-related auxiliaries. Whoa, okay, so there are too many modules. Some of them are for applications that use HTTP or HTTPS. So it's kind of hard to find some of the core modules for HTTP itself. So why don't we make a short list? That's going to be a handy shortcut for you to start with enumerating HTTP. So let's go back to services. Okay, so now I want to show you something. Look what you have here, a web dev service. Now, this might look kind of old school to you, but you can see in the local networks. This is Metasploitable 3. A web dev service is also available on Metasploitable 2. So you can use all these modules in the lab to improve your skills, but I'll intentionally choose HTTP put module. Show me the options. Right, so this module will use HTTP put as the method to test if the web server allows for uploading a junk file. But the module wants a path variable. So I can try every possible path on the server. Let's try to find a reasonable path. So at this point, I'll use another module, crawler, and then this module will crawl pages and list the paths on the server. Show me the options. And I'll quickly set the variables. Our port to 8585. All right, so let's check. And run the module. So as it finishes up, you have discovered a few paths. And here, the uploads path probably is what you were looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'll use this path, and I'll turn back to the HTTP put module. Show the options again. Just going to set our hosts as my variable. Set path to uploads. Everything looks good. So let's run the module. And it happens very quickly. There it is. You're successful. So now you can upload a malicious file to the web server and call this file to get a session on the server. So if you follow the link, you will get this page. And this proves that one can easily upload something to the server. That is what a vulnerability is.